been popped. The wine is flowing. So you know where we're going. We're going on a backlot tour, and I'm your tour guide, Captain Zach, and with me always is the Beads. Not good wine? What was that?
Or Jana.
What happened? That was a face.
It's just always the first face.
You're just like, it's so good once it hits your lips.
Sip.
It's so good once it hits there. I'm having a beer right now, a Dos Equis.
I think I just had too much in my mouth
Star
at one
Wars.
time.
Oh, that's what she said. We're here to talk about, this is another episode of DIHU. Does it hold up? And the question for you is, did it hold up for you?
Yes.
The year is 1991? 99?
Are you being serious right now?
1999.
No.
2001.
2001.
2001, A Space Odyssey. We're here to talk about Princess Diaries.
The Princess Diaries.
Ooh, did it hold up for you?
Yes. I think it's wonderful.
I've never seen it. I've only seen pieces of this movie. And my first impression is the pacing is fucking garbage on this movie. It is the slowest fucking movie I've ever seen, I think.
They could have cut out like half an hour.
There was like 45. You could make this movie a tight 80 minutes easily and just be like, we got this. And it would have been so much better. But like, it was like painfully slow. And you know what's going to happen too. Like the whole time you know what's going to happen.
So?
I know that's like not a deterrent for like a movie like this, but it's like you go to Mary Poppins. She teaches you how to do something. And then you go back to your friend. The friend's like, rah, 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 rah. You go back to Mary Poppins. It's like it was the same thing over and over. I'm like, guys, you don't need to show this every time. It's like, we don't need to do this.
She was a teenager struggling to decide what she wanted to do.
Sure. That's what we'll say.
Didn't you go to your friends and your grandparents over issues all the time?
Never.
Really? That's sad.
What are your initial other thoughts? You're like, this holds up for you?
Yes,
but you understand
does.
that it needs to have like a 30-minute chunk cut out.
I mean, I am fine with the timing and the pace and everything, but I do think that they could have cut like 30 minutes out of it. Yes.
That's a significant chunk. If you as a fan understands that, like, hey, there's 30 minutes of fluff in this shit, it's not good.
Well, I mean, I absolutely love Avatar. I know that probably could have been cut down to an hour and a half too.
Ooh, yeah. Well, in those, it's like world building. There's no world building in this movie we're watching.
You're building Mia's world.
I don't even know I don't know anyone's name in this movie.
You didn't know her name was Mia Thermopolis?
Mia Thermopolis? No, that's dumb. Okay. I don't think I didn't mind the movie. I still don't understand. Like, you have a utter disdain for what's her face?
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway.
That is true.
You just fucking hate her. And
yeah, I don't know
I don't
why.
think you have a reason. You just hate her.
I don't have a reason. I don't.
All right.
I don't know why. I loved this movie. I loved her in it when it came out. Somewhere along the way, she just lost me, though.
That's interesting. So you hate Anne Hathaway.
Yeah.
Just for no reason, just
but I
because.
think this is where she peaks.
Oh, wow. Like, so her first movie was when she peaked. Wow.
Yeah.
Ouch. A little harsh, Gretch. Well, you haven't seen the second one, though.
No, I have
Which I'm
not.
shocked at. Like, you love this movie so much. And I brought this up that I thought this movie was that one with the...
What a Girl Wants?
Yeah.
Or,
What a Girl... I thought it was that movie the whole time. So I was
no,
like...
I've never seen that.
Why isn't the dad in this? I thought, like, what's his face?
Colin Firth.
Colin Firth was going to show up. So for some reason, I've seen that movie or pieces of that. So I got that confused with this one. And I was kind of shocked that you had never seen that one because I think it's the same movie.
Okay. Well, I have to say, it holds up for me.
Yeah.
I still love Anne Hathaway in this movie. I still do. Julie Andrews is a delight, as always. And let's not forget, you get Eric Von Detten.
Is this just a bunch of Eric Von Detten movies we have to watch?
No, but I mean, it's Eric Von Detten.
Who cares? He was a dickhole.
Everybody cares. So?
All right.
Do you see his hair? That is like the hair of the 2000s.
And you get Mandy Moore being the bitch face. Like, I feel like she's that role in like a lot of these movies from that era.
You know, I don't know much about Mandy Moore. And I like, you know, she came out around the same time as like, you know, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Jessica Simpson. I could not name one of her songs. She's kind of like an afterthought for me.
Was it Candy?
Yeah, that
I'm
was
Missing You Like Candy. That was hers, right?
yeah. And then she was so bitchy in this. I was just like, I don't like you anymore.
I don't like you anymore. Like her whole clique was like a bunch of like a bitch squad.
Yeah, which I mean,
But you
is
have
high
that in
school.
every one of these
Yeah.
movies. There's like a formula for these movies, like the She's All That, 10 Things I Hate
Never
About
been
You,
kissed.
Never Been. I don't know if Never Been Kissed is the
Oh,
same
they had
vein.
the bitch squad. Jessica Alba's group.
Okay, sure. I don't think I remember that one as much.
But also one thing that like I think I started noticing the last time I watched this movie, because the last time I watched it about a year or two ago, it had been so long since I had seen it.
Wait, how often do you watch this movie?
Whenever
I
feel
dance more
like
than
it.
you think I do. How much you talking here? Medium.
I mean, when Ronan was born, I was watching Avatar every week.
Oh, I don't think that's a good thing.
But it was at Princess Diaries has not been that level for me.
So you watch it medium?
Medium.
I watch this movie medium.
But no, the last time I watched it had been a really long time. And
You watched it and you're like, man, this is slow.
no, Lily is a real just piece of work. Her
Lily's
friend.
a friend.
Yeah.
Wiener Dog.
Yes. Like
I know her
she
as
was
Wiener Dog
just-
from Welcome to the Dollhouse.
She
and
was
I-
just awful.
When we started watching this movie, I said, oh, yeah, Wiener Dog's in this. And you're like, yeah, she's right there. I'm like, wait, you know who Wiener Dog is? Because I was like, there's no way you saw the movie Welcome to the Dollhouse.
I've never heard of it.
It was like an indie movie, and I don't even know why I saw it, but like she was in it, and the guy calls her Wiener Dog. And you're like, yeah, the name fits. And I'm like, man, that's rough if you like know exactly who I'm talking about when you say Wiener Dog. And then I'm like, yeah, this girl's a see you next Tuesday in this. She's horrible.
She is. She is not a good friend.
And then she's
The one
running
time she is a good friend, she's like standing up for Mia when the other girls are making fun of her hair in class, and it's just like you
Also-
were just making fun of
also
her
they're
hair.
making fun of her hair, but they're like, her hair looks awesome. And then they're like, how dare you say, like, I didn't understand that because I was like,
Yeah.
they were like, her hair looks like shit before apparently to them, and now they're like, oh, it looks good, and they're like, how dare you make fun of her? I'm like, what is happening right now?
They were extra mean girls. Like, I think they were worse than most.
But it seemed like they were kind of complimenting her in that part, and then they were still just like the friend was like, who gives a fucking kid like
Voltaire, hair. Personally, I would like to learn about Voltaire.
it's I don't know if it's a good thing that you know that quote. It's upsetting, but like the fact that they gave this kid a show on cable access, what was it?
Yeah, it was like the school's cable network.
And everyone was watching it. Like,
No, remember she
Mary-
said that
Mary
she only
Poppins-
reaches 12 people.
but Mary Poppins was one of them, and then so was like,
Well, because I think, and she has a name. It's Julie Andrews.
what's her name in this? Oh, you're like, I know Mia Thermometer, and then I know, I don't remember. I already forgot the friend's name.
Lily,
Lily,
Jeremiah, Josh.
but you don't know your queen's name.
She is my queen.
Yeah, you don't. Oh, you have to look it up now.
I'm going to look it up.
You're like, ah, shit, he got me on that one. He got me good. You're like, she has a name, you know. I'm like, yeah, what's her
Okay,
fucking name?
it's Queen Clarice Rinaldi.
Queen Clarice Rinaldi.
I knew her last name was Rinaldi.
Yeah, you didn't say that.
Yeah, but I knew it.
You got schooled. How do we solve a problem like Maria?
So on the hair note, though, this
We've moved past this.
no, this is like my favorite makeover scene I think I've ever seen in a new movie.
Just because the dude is just like, that guy's over the top crazy.
I don't know, it's just wonderful. There's just something about it.
Breaks the comb.
It gives me hope in life.
Apparently, that was Anne Hathaway's idea to break the comb. I'm just saying that was her baby.
Okay.
I just was reading all the thing. You know, it's a good movie if I'm just like reading the trivia rather than watching the movie.
One thing that has always bothered me about the movie since it like first came out,
It's the runtime.
no, it's how she calls her car my baby.
That bothered you?
Yes, always. It's always bothered me.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I mean, the real heartthrob of the movie was Jason Schwartzman's brother,
Robert Schwartzman.
Robert Schwartzman Cage.
Okay, I loved it. Lily sucks like so hard.
Yeah, she's supposed to suck.
And I love that Hector Elizondo is just like the exact same character he is in every
Hector
movie.
Elizondo?
Elizondo, I
He
think.
doesn't age.
He does not. He looks amazing.
And I was telling you this when we were watching. I was like, if that dude had hair, it would look weird. Like he looks like perfect the way he is with his haircut like that. Just like Patrick Stewart, if he had hair, would be weird. Like those guys, like that's how they're supposed to be, and like it suits them perfectly, and they don't age because of it. Like Hector Elizondo looks exactly the same still, and he's
Kinda
like probably
how Steve Martin has always had gray hair.
yeah.
So he never really.
He looked
looks-
older, younger,
yeah.
but now he looks the same, and like it's this magical thing that happened with Hector because he looks exactly the same. I'm like, man, that dude, and he's the same role as like in Pretty Woman, and there's a few roles in Pretty Woman that were exactly the same since it was Gary Marshall. Because I was like, this feels like Pretty Woman except with less hookers.
No hookers. I liked the somewhat love story, romance blossoming
Which one?
between Queen Clarice.
Oh yeah, that was ad lib too.
Yeah.
That was like they felt Hector and
Julie
Andrews were just like, let's do this, and I'm like, this makes sense. I was more interested in that relationship than anything else. I think.
I feel like the mom was a real piece of work.
She's a real piece of shit. Don't get me started on the mom.
Why do you think that?
Just as it. That was, if you get me started, I'm just gonna say, yeah, she's a real piece of shit.
You don't have anything to back that up.
Nah, nothing. I just got a vibe.
Mm,
She seemed like a dirty hippie.
yeah. It's also interesting that it's like she's 16 and having to decide this, and it's not like
Well, 15. She's not even 16
yeah.
yet.
But it's not like the queen is like abdicating the throne.
Yeah, what's
you
this?
know?
What's the rule? Like,
So-
well, was it because he died and there was like this weird rule in that country that was like the power's going
they
to
need to
shift
have
to
an
the
heir.
actual blood heir? I think was the thing
Yeah.
because she's not blood; she was married
So
into.
I've read the like after this movie came out and I watched it and I loved it. I bought the book and read it, which is like a whole series. I only read the first one by Meg Cabot, and it's a very very different story. Like the dad is still alive, you know.
That was the only difference.
No, there are a lot of differences, but I mean it's been 20 years since I read it, so
And you don't remember everything? How dare you?
I don't.
How dare you
I
bring that
don't.
up and then you're like,
But I
don't know
remember it
anything."
was it was like a hot pink cover.
All right, you heard it here first, folks. Hot pink cover.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. On that note, I think I don't have much more to say about this. I mean, I think it was fine. It was just super fucking long because we paused it and I was like, oh my God, there's 45 minutes left.
There was something I was going to say
Was it about
concerning Mia's character.
the way they portray her is just like a nonsense human when she first gets there? Like her manners are like fucking terrible. Like you're in this, like, you don't know that's the queen, obviously, but like you're in this like nice area and you're like eating like a slob and being weird, and like she gives you like a nice piece of jewelry and you just like stuff it in your bag. Is that just her just trying to be like, oh, I just don't think about that kind of stuff?
I think it's just a teenager thing.
Oh God, it pissed me off. I was just like, she's being so disrespectful. It falls in that trope of like, oh, she's a nerd because she's wearing glasses and her hair is frizzy. Like that was the trope. It was like, oh no, she's got
It's
glasses.
the best trope.
Oh, glasses, gross. Yeah, that's my 2 cents.
So do you think it holds up?
I have no basis of comparison, so no, absolutely not.
Well, I mean, holds up is like, is it still a good movie today?
It's fine, but we know that the love doesn't last because next movie she's with Chris Pine.
I
We
mean,
saw the cover.
He's on the cover. I don't know what that romance
Christopher
is.
Pine. Yeah.
But he has said that if he's invited back for Princess Diaries 3, he would come back.
All
But
right.
I mean, that could still mean a lot of things.
I guess. I don't know. Well, take it away, Beans.
There's a great big pretty okay tomorrow.
Shining at the end of every day.